See how warm it is in here because my glasses are getting steamed up. That's not a good thing. Hi and welcome to Knit with Hannah. I'm Hannah. I'm here with Knitting Natter to help you learn to knit the easy way. So we have headbands today. They may be in the shop right now. I hope when I film these I plan them well enough so that it kind of coincides slightly, but at the very least you can get on the waiting list so that I can email you as soon as they are in the shop. So this is the first thing. I just want to show you these that you can't really do the twist with. So these are knitted so you have a lot of stitches on the needle and you knit a short way. I actually quite like knitting like that. I know a lot of you don't, because I actually asked you in an Instagram poll. I said, if you're knitting headbands, do you like knitting a few stitches a long way or a lot of stitches a short way? I prefer this. I don't know, it's just me. But I know some of you really do prefer to go like that. But this really isn't suitable for doing the twist with. So let's just say very simply, guess what? You sew the seam up. Yeah. So I've got two sizes of these. I decided to make two patterns so that you can see this is the smaller one and it just is slightly shorter and it isn't quite as long. So there you go. So that is the lots of stitches on the needles, fewer rows. That's them. But we can do the twist with these next ones. So this one is ribbed. It's a single 1x1 rib, and you can do the twist with this one. This one is garter stitch and it's really lovely and thick. So we're doing the twist with these, and I like to call this, it isn't just doing the twist, it's having a hug. You line them up, there we go, so that they are overlapping by half. And then they have to give themselves a hug. So that end goes, oh, I'm hugging you. And that end goes, oh, I'm hugging you. So the ends are hugging each other. And please note that we're not twisting this, we're not doing anything fancy, it is just fold it together. That's it, fold it up. But overlap it by half. Give it a hug that way and give it a hug that way. It doesn't matter whether you give it a hug that way or you give it a hug that way. It will work. But I'm just going to do it like that. There you are. So you can see already that it looks kind of twisted and a bit confused, but that's what we want. That's the answer. That's what we're looking for. So now all we have to do is take one of these threads. I'm going to take this one, because that's got quite a straggly end to it. And I'm going to thread that on the needle. What you could do here is put a bulldog clip on it or something if you want to. You need to make sure that you catch all of the ends. So we're going to go from that side and basically just sew all the way through all of the end stitches there, all the way through all of the end stitches, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Make sure you've got all 4 pieces of knitting. You've got 2 cast on pieces and 2 cast off pieces at every point here. That's a really simple running stitch I'm doing right now, but in a second I will go back over it with a more concrete slip stitch. I think this kind of thing warrants just a double take to make sure everything's caught, because it is kind of difficult to catch and see exactly what it is that you're catching. There we go. thought that might happen. And I've knitted these in super chunky yarn, and that was just so that the finished item is thicker. So we've got a really nice thick headband. This isn't a cotton headband that you wear in the summer to just keep your hair out of your face. This is keep you warm, get cosy kind of headband. And it's ideal if you've got long hair and you want to show it off in the winter. And it's also ideal if you want a ponytail. And also I like this kind of thing in the autumn, so that it's not cover me up, it's absolutely freezing. It's just that extra for a biting wind. But you don't need it over the rest of your head like a hat. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is just thread that yarn in, quite simply, and just kind of make a little bit of a knot by going through that loop. And I'll do that a couple of times. In and through that loop. Okay. And weave in the end. Right. So that's one. I don't have to do anything other than weave this end in. There we go. And that just goes through a few of those stitches as well. So, and it doesn't look particularly impressive like this. It looks actually quite messy. Kind of, ooh, look at that. What's the matter? Ooh, we can't wear that, but open it up. And all of a sudden you have that super cool that everyone's wearing twist in the middle of your headband, like that. There you go. Very impressive. And it's so simple as well. You know, there's this great big mystery around it, but it's not so much of a mystery. Remember, we're doing the twist, but by doing the twist, we have to give it a hug. I haven't got a mirror here, so I hope that looks okay. All right. So I'm going to sit here and do the next one as well, and it works just as well with the rib. I won't go into it in quite so much depth, but you can stretch it out a bit as you do this if you like. Doesn't really matter either way. Remember, we are folding it together without a hassle. We're then shifting it to one side so it's overlapping, and then we're giving it a hug. There we go, that looks equally as impressive with the ribbed. In fact, I think it looks more, it's very succinct and clean. So that's the twist with the ribbed band. And I think the beauty of this is if you want to, you can, it will be like you've got two headbands. So you've got the twist one, and if you want to wear that at the nape of your neck or even on the side, you've got a plain one as well. So that's your twist headbands. There you go. Twist headbands for super chunky yarn, and the kit will be in the shop if it's not already in the shop. And like I said, go and have a look in the description. Either the link to the kit will be there, and certainly, you know, if you're watching this next year, then the link to the kit will be there. But otherwise, the wait list is there, and if you want to get on the wait list, then I will be able to send you an email whenever I send emails out, and of course whenever this is available too. This goes with something very nice that I hope you're going to like, and that is Beginner's Triangle Shawl. Here we go. The plan is that these will be in the shop as a bundle. There you go. So you can wear your big shawl with the tassels on and a headband together. And I'm sure I've got a photograph of me wearing these, if it's warm in here. There we go. So there you go, yes, that's your triangle shawl, and you can see how well it matches because it's exactly the same yarn. You can pick whichever colours you like. And indeed, you could knit a triangle shawl all in one plain colour if you like. It doesn't have to be in a pair of colours. There you go. So that is your twist and hug for the twist headband. Thanks so much for joining me today. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and indeed let me know if in the comments if you plan to knit up any of these twist headbands, what colour you're going to use, because we have some Christmas colours coming. Forest green, lipstick red, and white hot white. So that is something that you could also do. If you fancy knitting up some headbands for Christmas, then you can go and do that as well. I will see you again soon. Bye for now. Happy knitting. With a twist, like we did last summer. Ferris Bueller. Isn't that what he sings on the parade? Is it?